be a master in your own ranked games. Does it like we're jumping on to Sanctum in Nepal, Hong Kong over on the white. We have Russia over on the red.
You can take that knowledge, be a master in your ranked games, but for now, stay right here and watch this clash between Hong Kong and Russia as we move into the Sanctum. And one of the main features of this map, Jaws, that big old pit in the middle. You can go to the bottom, search for Mondata's gold, but if you're going down to the bottom, you are going to die. Environmental deaths cannot be rezzed by a Mercy either, so this is where Lucio is going to be incredibly powerful with that right-click displacement boop ability.
You've got to get that 100% right-click accuracy, man.
Absolutely.
And even hog-hook accuracy too. More often than not, we do see this Orisa hog come out on Sanctum, just to hook, line, and sinker people, drop them right down the pit. They're going to jump out the gate though, but different from Hong Kong though. It looks like they're going for 3-3.
Yeah, 3 tanks, 3 supports. Hong Kong, they're going to be very hardy in the face of danger. They've got the Moira there as well to give them all the healing that they need. Main instead's coming out on that Zenyatta. He's going to have that Discord orb, so people are going to be a little bit more vulnerable, taking 30% more damage when they are afflicted with that. But Russia's going to have to pick their targets carefully. Mistakes in Shadowburn here on double snipers.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want them on, man. Big playmakers, mistakes in Shadowburn, accruing a nice bit of ult percentage here. Hong Kong, give them a bit of the loop-de-loop here. They did run in all the way back, almost to Russia's spawn, but look at Shadowburn, getting damage boost already, but Hong Kong, they're going to be able to cap first.
Yeah, Russia going to get on the point to try and contest that, but now a crossfire has been set up. Mistakes is in the back with main on that Zenyatta, and now Shadowburn's moving on to a point. The pressure's being applied from Russia.
Xiao's got to get on there, man. Doesn't like Hong Kong going for the dive. Mistakes almost clicking on the head of the Moira, not quite getting there. He might have to reposition himself now, however, 3 members of Russia now on the point. Coalescence coming through from the Moira. In fact, Mistakes finally finds Jazzy, but already 2 lost for each side. But firm control for Hong Kong as they still sit themselves on the point.
Yuin, Mikau, and Mango Jai are going to keep themselves very healthy on that point. All the healing that they want and the shielding as well. In comes Tonic with the hole. But now Yuin is going to be able to escape as Russia move on to a point.
Yuin going down there, main in the back line, giving him a cheeky right click. Oh, Lucio trying to get away, wall riding away, but no, Mango Jai does end up falling to main. He's hitting so many ults, all accuracy boom, pretty good, but still Hong Kong control the point. More contestation time is better for them. 46% was acquired, main finds the final kill, and Russia end up capping.
And crucially, Russia didn't have to invest anything the ultimate-wise to try and win out that fight. You can see they currently have about 4 ultimates ready in just a few seconds. Shadowburn's passive charge will give them that Dragon Strike, and they'll have 5. Tonic's also quickly building up towards that Super Charge where he can combine with any other rolls to get 50% extra damage towards vanilla play of another character. Hong Kong now going to rotate around with their entire 6-man death ball. Going to try and find a way to move on to a point, but first they want to deny some space from Russia, corral them all into one location.
Oh, there's the Dragon Strike, instantly eaten though. They're going to run forwards. Xiao in a lot of danger, so is Tonic. Can't quite put the shield down, ends up going gold. It's all very red, in fact, in that skin. And there is going to be a rally coming out from Hong Kong as well. A stacking armor now, so hard for Shadowburn and Tonic to pierce. Corralling themselves in the small room, but they've actually already lost their mech. This is extremely bad. They might have to just rely on Yuin's ultimate here. 93%, but they don't have too many tanky bodies with the D-mech coming through. Backing off for the time as Yuin's shield does fall extremely low. Tonic's soundbar, sorry. His Bongo ends up going down, but the grab from Tonic is going to send Yuin to his death. Just means he can't use that shadow for the next fight. Russia are just holding fast.
Russia had to invest both of their support ultimates there, however, so Hong Kong are going to be able to take advantage of a lack of healing potentially from Russia. And now they're trying to catch out spawners here. Mue is going to have to move back out, going to try and get some extra charge on that Zaya, but that's all that he'll gain here. He's already got the Graviton Surge, can't gain any more ultimate charge right now. He's going to try and combine it potentially with the vanilla swings of Yuin's Reinhardt, or going to try and get GCQQ to lay down the self-destruct behind it.
They've got 1 support ultimate and they're going to need it. Shadowburn has his ultimate as well. There's the beat being dropped on 5 members. GCQQ not at a med just yet. Still has that self-destruct available, but Xiao's caught in the corner. Self-destruct, try and get back in the mech, and the Dragons have been unleashed on the point. Tonic still in amongst 4 people, doesn't really seem to care. A final boop from Miko is going to send Tonic down to the depths, and we do have Mui just moving forwards now, shielding that D.Va, making sure he can just stay at 100% charge. Finally, they end up recapping 98% to Russia. Hong Kong just slip it in there at the end.
And Russia invested their infrastructure in that lost fight, which means that they're not now going to be able to know exactly where Hong Kong are to try and plan their next attack, but it doesn't like Hong Kong are going to be presenting themselves at the door, so that intelligence may not be quite as needed as otherwise it could be. Mikal does have a rally ready. He needs his team to group up here so they can all get the armor. And there it goes. Armor is currently stacking up for Hong Kong. They're going to move forward into Russia.
That's good for Mui right there. He's got those shields over the armor. A little bit of shaky from Lee Win, but Chao is going to take him out eventually. Does use the thrusters in. Tonic's Congo has gone down here. That supercharger now not available for Russia. Could lead to their death. Well, in fact, Mui is going to sentence to death very soon as Shadowburn's come out on the Farah. Self-destruct to try and get the remake, but Mui's already going to go down. He's already got 70%. Like, how is he doing it so quickly? Tonic now is trying to corral the Diva onto the point. GC's QQ gets instantly demeched and killed by Chao. Russia now, 2 members on the point, and they pulled out the emergency Doomfist for the side of Hong Kong.
Mikal can try and punch his way in, but he's a little bit too late.
Oh my goodness. Did try and get on the point there. You could see him almost ready to charge up that rocket punch. Wasn't quite enough. First round now going over to Russia.
And now, those of you who don't know, of course, in Control, you have to win best 2 out of 3 stages. So now, map point is over to Russia as we move on to a new stage, the Village. The Village's point is pretty enclosed. It's only got 2 points of ingress on either side of it. And it's also got a roof on it, which means that sometimes a Pharah can be rather ineffective here and you want to try and play more on the ground, like we've seen Hong Kong been doing thus far with their 3 tank, 3 support composition. We'll have to see if Shadowburn decides to stick on this Pharah, because you can try and get some angles to move in to get fire onto that point, but when you're up against so much shielding, it can be difficult to get that damage.
It is a lot of pressure using that fire, and it's actually a lot of ult percentage as well for the supports. You got to think of that. Does it like they are coming up with a solution for Shadowburn's fire, and that's Mui actually taking the Widowmaker.
Yeah, Mui wants to try and bring Shadowburn out of the sky. In comes a concussive blast, but it was shielded up there by the Zarya. GZQQ not going to get any charge off of that, however, because it doesn't do any damage. Shadowburn's trying to pick off any reinforcements, but for now, Hong Kong, they have positioning on the point. It's about to unlock in just 2 seconds.
That's where they want to be. Mui, though, where's he hiding? We got to know. He's extremely scary. Shadow's going to have to be very careful. See there, in the gate. It's going to find a rocket, though. Shadowburn, it might just be able to solo him out. He does. With the help of Aang there, with the damage boost, they are going to be able to move forward. Hong Kong now down a member, forcing them onto the point. 50% ult charge for Shadowburn, but can he just punch his way through these tanks?
Jazz is quickly building up towards that coalescence, which will be a huge tool for him to try and use to try and survive here against the huge damage that's coming out. He's almost got the barrage. He's already there, trying to force out a fade.
Mikal's gone down already. Mistakes unleashing the Storm Arrow is going to pin him down onto the floor, just meaning they can move themselves onto the point. That coalescence will help them for the time being, but too little too late as Hong Kong end up falling. Chao finds the last kill. Russia now claim control.
Hong Kong, however, didn't go away empty-handed. They did get 32% of the capture on that point already, but Russia, having gone up against so much health and so much healing, have used this to their advantage. The ultimate bank that anyone would be jealous of. Basically 5 ready to go, and now Hong Kong have lost some even more time. Mango Jai's gone down, no resurrection available.
One ultimate available for Hong Kong right now. Infosight's coming up very soon, but that beat is going to be instrumental in their push. Mistakes has that Dragons available, and that's the thing I'm scared of. We've seen a little bit, especially from the CIO's Hope Squad, that you can just corral people into that Dragon Strike using that self-destruct.
Mikal can be a little bit more hardy in the face of danger, though, if he gets that sound barrier, because he can be incredibly vulnerable as the Doomfist. Then comes the Primal Rage, going to try and shut it down, but it's deciding against it.
Mikal's playing extremely defensive here, and actually Jazzy is going to fall, and a D-Med coming through onto GCQQ as well. Tonic just taking over this map. Double kill with the Primal Rage. Maybe gets a little bit of revenge there, Harry, but with Shadowburn going down, it does mean the rest of Hong Kong actually have to back off here. They lost too many members in the initial engagement.
Mui and Mikal going to back off, live to fight another day, but all they're going to get away with is some ult charge. Russia's still getting that percentage right there, Jules. They are 40% away from claiming Nepal, and they've still got 4 ultimates. Eng's quickly building up towards that Valkyrie as well. They only needed to use the Primal Rage. That is great value.
Mistakes with sneaky Beaver shoes on is going to be in the back line almost. He just can't get spotted out at this point. Shadowburn is going to chase down the supports. He has got that barrage, was waiting for the sound barrier to disappear. Jazzy and Mango Jai are going to fall. 78% on the board now for Russia. They still have ults to work with as well. Hong Kong are only just building up to that Meteor Strike.
You don't want to enter Shadowburn's Tunnel of Love. It's actually full of pain in the form of a barrage, and Mistakes is going to be ready to try and cut off Hong Kong as they come into contest by using that Dragon Strike. He can very much control a very small amount of territory using that ultimate. They're going to try and make the dive in now, but will the Dragon Strike be there to catch them?
Jazzy gets caught out in the back as Tonic jumps on Mango Jai as well. They're all just going to get scattered to the 4 wins as Mistakes find 2. The Rocket Punch comes in, but cannot even secure a life. Russia are going to take Nepal in such a dominant fashion.
Now they are, and really, this was a huge showing here from Russia, just showing how well they can integrate these DPS into their existing core of Windstrike. Mistakes and Shadowburn were doing everything that was needed to secure that victory.
Yeah, you got to say the 3-3 just didn't really work out in the end there for Hong Kong. Double sniper and even Shadowburn jumping onto the Pharah to punish that immobility. Well, that enabled to get up his verticality even to try and take out Shadowburn. There was nothing really there. You can only really send the Diva after him or a Moira if she's quite sneaky, but there was nothing there to counter the Pharah. Finally brought out Widowmaker, but she only managed to get 1 kill on him.
Yeah, and GZQQ on that Diva had so many different targets that he had to worry about, because as we saw on Sanctum, Russia are incredibly good at trying to rotate around a point. They managed to get around onto the high ground, both main and mistakes, on that Zenyatta and the Widowmaker, so that you couldn't really shield in one direction if you have a Reinhardt. The Diva had to try and decide which targets to go on, but you can't go on everyone at once.
Well, with that, Russia are going to claim Nepal. Does mean we're going to move over to our hybrid map next. I wonder which one to be. Remember, this is loser's choice. So Hong Kong, they actually get to pick a map now.
They can choose out of Nambani, King's Row, and that's exactly what it will be. And King's Row, no surprises here. They were running the triple tank, triple support before, and King's Row is pretty favorable to tank play. You can run your Reinhardt through here, and he's incredibly effective, especially in the streets.
And hey, if you don't know how hybrid works and you're new to Overwatch, we got a short explanation to sort you out.
It's hybrid. 2 teams face off as either defenders or attackers. The attacking team has a limited amount of time to first capture a payload and then escort it along a set path containing 2 checkpoints. To capture the payload, the attackers need to stand within its range for a set amount of time. Defenders can delay capture progress by also standing in range. The attackers must work together to clear away the defenders. If successful, they score 1 point and gain additional time on the clock. The payload only moves forward when an attacker stands near it. Defenders can delay the payload's movement by standing nearby. To get moving again, the attackers must clear away the defenders by force. If even one attacker is capturing the objective or on the payload when the time runs out, the game enters overtime. This extends play indefinitely until the attackers are either cleared away or they gain more time by reaching a checkpoint. Every time the payload reaches a checkpoint, the attackers score 1 point and gain additional time on the clock. The round ends when the payload reaches the destination or when time runs out. Teams switch sides each round. Whichever team scores the most points and escorts the payload farthest wins.
And there we go. Now you can perfect the hybrid game type. We're going to jump over to King's Row. Russia, 1-0 up in the series. They're going to be attacking first.
Home country of Jaws and I, coming from beautiful Britain, but we can assure you, we're not all against Omnic. Some of us are full of love for Omnic brethren, and it looks like it may well be the case on the side of Russia as well, because main's coming out on that Zenyatta, and we saw just how effective that could be last time on Nepal. Meanwhile, Hong Kong, they're going to come out once again on this 3-3. It's pretty ubiquitous for Hong Kong at the moment.
Yeah, 3-3 in itself, the composition, with not much time to practice, you got to say. Well, apart from obviously the 3 boys from Hong Kong attitude, it's very easy to kind of get to grips with. The minutiae of the play, when you go up to the highest level, they will be fairly hard if you run into another 3-3. But you can just jump onto this comp, even in your solo queue games and your ranked games, and you can do fairly well. And you could see they were winning these tank fights, yes. It's just they had to focus a little bit more on killing Shadowburn and mistakes. He was just ruling the roost on the far.
Unfortunately, Russia are no solo queue team. They have these crossfires down to a T, Jaws. Mistakes and Shadowburn always coming in from different angles, and it means that you win. He just gets overwhelmed. He's only got 1 shield, my boy. You can't shield them all.
Hey, come on. You still got the Brigitte shield there.
Everybody just got to get in single file.
Yeah, you can single fire behind the Brigitte shield. Ain't that strong, mind you?
You bet when you get struck on by the Dragon Strike.
Well, they are just going to hide in Hotel. Russia, are they going to know where they are? Shadowburn has got that Sonic Arrow, can just spot their location out, but it depends where he actually puts it. I think he may have spotted them, although they are hiding rather effectively right now. Shadowburn actually on top of Hotel. Tonic having a little look around. Shadowburn gets stunned. Oh my goodness. That was painful. Tonic is going to find a pin though. Look at that charge on the Diva. And he's going to find the D-Mech also. They are by the spawn right now. Main's going to take out GZQQ as soon as he got D-Mech'd. Zaya's behind enemy lines as well.
Knock knock, Shadowburn. Who's there? It was Pain. And already you can see Russia having to retreat now. They have taken out Mue, who won't be able to respawn for a long time. Hong Kong don't have a mercy. They can't resurrect. And Shadowburn's already back in the fray. He's got the Storm Arrows out.
Oh, look at Tonic. He's already got that Earth Shadow. He's going to move forward. Now just bait out that shield. 38% on Yi-Wind. They are going to go for a nice flank, but Yi-Wind gets pinned.
Good
oh
block.
no, it's the D.Va instead. Again, another instant D-Mech. Russia just ruling King's Row right now, and finally Mui is going to be able to get back to the point, but the rest of his team are already dead.
They may be ruling the row, but now they've got to cap the point. They've already taken a minute. It's a pretty quick attack, but not as quick as they would like. Mui here getting staggered out by Main and Mistakes, but over the course of that, he did manage to get himself a little bit of that ultimate charge. The question is, will Mui decide to stick on that Zarya?
Shadowburn off to the side. You can see why they wanted him on the Hanzo. Easy clean up there. That flank shadow as well. Wait, it wasn't even a flank shadow, sorry. That was Hong Kong trying to go for the flank, just didn't watch their back, and Tonic with the easy ult.
Mui's giving up that Graviton Surge charge instead. We're going over to a full dive on the side of Hong Kong. Genji and Tracer combined with Winston and D.Va. They've got to pick one target and go on him hard. Main and Eng quickly building up towards their support ultimates. There's such a narrow window here for Hong Kong to try and move on to him. They've still got to worry about Mistakes on the Brigida.
Yeah, you've got to be careful. Brigida's got a very nasty flail with your name on it. They're going to move forward. Beautiful stun onto the Winston. He's going to get out. And now Russia have two support ults. Tonic going low, but it doesn't seem to matter. He's got that health pack. And now you can see they're trying to harass Main, but it's only Tracer there.
Mui's in the back. He knows that Mistakes has that shield bash ready to go. Shadowburn's trying to hunt, but right now we can only find Yi-Wind. He's got a lot of health and a shield as well. But still, Jaws, the payload's moving. Hong Kong can't quite get on it.
4 minutes. Remember how quickly they managed to grab the first point. Beautiful Graviton Surge on the stairs, and Mistakes is going to clean up 3. And with that, well, Mistakes is going to fall. And with that, they should just be able to cap it. There's no second chance here for Hong Kong on point 2.
Tonic and Chalvo overlapping those tank ults. Jazzy's still in the back. He's going to get staggered out, and we'll have to wait to respawn. But 5 minutes and 20 seconds is the time bank for third. Jaws, this is so fast right now, and Mistakes is doing such a good job on this Brigida.
Oh man, just swinging the flail straight into the grab. A little bit cruel if you're on the side of Hong Kong, and now they're going to move forward through this boundary. Shadowburn, he's got the ultimate once more. No Graviton Surge to combo with it just yet. They've only got the trance available. They do have a couple of support on the side of Hong Kong though, so they might be able to hold for the time.
Trying to force out a reflect there from Mikhail so they can't reflect the Dragon Strike back, but they're going to try and open up with a self-destruct.
Here comes the bomb. He's going to get blocked, and already the code's going to go down. He's going to get resurrected by Mango J there, but Tonic is going to pay off Yi-Wind. As soon as you go for that resurrect, there's a whole a lack of healing coming through, just meaning the Winston can't survive for all too long. Not when Shadowburn's got your number. There's the Transcendence fairly early, and the Graviton Surge pinning him to the wall. The Dragons weren't even necessary, and Mikhail's going to go down as well. Shadowburn's just cleaning house.
Kill after kill. Mikhail can respawn. He does have a Dragon Blade. Mue's gone down, and Mango J needs to move on to a point, but now they've only got a Primal Rage there. It's 1,000 HP in a dream.
There's no dream and no HP available to him. Instantly got shredded. A Discord Orb, and the entirety of Team Russia focusing him out. What a clean and concise push there coming through from Russia.
And let's not forget, this was the map pick of Hong Kong. They thought that they had this figured out, and they certainly looked like it when they managed to just run through Shadowburn when he knocked on the door of a hotel and he was told, "No, there's no room at the inn right now. You can go straight back to spawn and sleep there." But instead, Russia, they managed to clutch that one out. It looked like Hong Kong just went a little bit too deep. They kept staggering themselves in enemy territory. So Russia just took advantage of what they saw.
Would you really want a reservation to that hotel? I'm not going to lie to you. It's literally only got a front desk and like 3 doors. You'd have to. I don't even know where the elevator is in that place.
It's got a good draft.
I mean, yeah, I guess
cool.
so. Keep you cool at night. Yeah, but what if it's chilly, man? It's always chilly in the UK.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. Well, we are going to jump over. Well, we're going to switch sides, sorry. Now, Hong Kong get their chance to attack. We'll see what they want to pull out on the offense, and Russia now on the defense. Maybe they stick with the double snipers. It's been working out for them well so far, and a trend we've seen on King's Row on the defense is this double sniper crossfire. We set the Hanzo up behind the shield. We have the Widowmaker peek in one of those other windows, and it's so easy to just corral people onto the point, and then you can't look both ways if you're Reinhardt. You can only look one way to protect your team, and the other sniper's going to click the back of your head if you're not careful.
Yeah, generally if you're up against that, you need to take sort of like a long rotation with all of your team to try and go all the way around the back of King's Row, go over to second point, try and make your way through high ground, and then push the defenders off of the high ground and force them to make a rotation. And now you could see that could potentially happen because there's an Orisa that needs dislodging.
Shadowburn, however, not going to be on the double sniper, is going to jump onto the junk route instead. So a lot of bombs are going to be lobbed Hong Kong's way. Maybe that's the, maybe they wanted to kind of figure out Hong Kong here. We know you're going to run 3-3, so we're going to jump onto the junk route, who's just so good at not only bursting down shields and just bursting down a lot of members. Remember, 120 damage on those bombs.
It's a lot of damage. We've got to get rid of this trap at the front. GZQQ runs into that with a shield up. Will get himself some free energy so he can start using that to build up the Graviton Surge later. Tonic has positioned himself up top here, and he's got everyone behind his shield except for Shadowburn. He now has to move onto a high ground to get out of the way of Hong Kong as they try and rotate through Hotel.
Oh, Shadowburn a little bit sad. Both those traps completely foiled, and actually just gave a little bit of charge over to GZQQ. Although, Shadowburn setting up another one, but no one's falling for him. Instead of we said about the sniper crossfire, how about the sniper with the Junkrat crossfire? Already they're pinned up against the wall. Shadowburn is free here to charge the ultimates, just raining down those bombs onto the point. Yiwind is going to fall down first with Tonic picking up the kill. Mistakes, he's going man mode. He doesn't need the high ground, let's be honest with ourselves.
Mui and Mistakes potentially going for 1v1 here, but look at all that fire coming in for Mui. He doesn't want to take that fight. I certainly wouldn't. Hong Kong going to be backing off here. May try and come in through the high ground instead.
Okay, this actually might be a little bit better for Hong Kong now. You can see the rest of Russia have foregone that high ground, meaning that they're on this low ground in the sidelines already. Mui's going to find the kill, however, Mistakes does get rezzed up in the end. Tonic going extremely low, can't go golden, but Shadowburn, he's got the Riptire, he's ready to unleash it. Transcendence coming out from Team Russia as well. Mistakes finds one, maybe the tire wasn't even
Great
needed.
Shield.
Instant shield coming through from Yiwind, but it did destroy it in the process, and he ends up going down.
Mango Jar's going to have to skate his way out of there and escort GZQQ, but Hong Kong there, they did get themselves a tick. That's going to be very important moving forward. They now only have to get 2 in order to fully claim point A. But Russia look to be standing strong. They've almost got those infra sites ready in Shao with that ever-destructive self-destruct.
I'm scared of the self-destruct, man, especially when it's coupled with those infra sites, knowing exactly where everybody is. Mistakes has got a good eye line here onto the point and has got those infra sites up as well. Misses the headshot on the Brigitte, fairly hard target normally. Instant rally coming out after the sound barrier there. With Tonic falling, Eng is going to have to use that resurrection, and a trans coming through from Hong Kong to sit on the point. Can't transcend as a headshot from Mistakes though, ends up taking his like for like. Self-destruct in mid-air is going to find Jazzy, but Yiwind still holding fast on the point. It's all on GZQQ now, has to use that Graviton, he's going to have to make it worth it. Yiwind picking up 2, but Mistakes going to town on the back line of Hong Kong. Is going to find another one, but this might just be a solo tank push here. Ain gets caught on the wall, and an instant cap as well as that Graviton Surge pushed Russia away from the point.
Yeah, the Graviton Surge there, pulling everyone off the points that they couldn't contest, and Hong Kong eventually got the capture there, but not in the best time. I think it took them about 2 minutes and 30 seconds to make that work. They got that back, however. They're back up to 4 minutes of their time back as they keep moving forward with this payload. They invested so many of their ultimates in that last fight. They used 3 support ultimates. They used the Earth Shadow and the Graviton. Meanwhile, Russia, they've almost got another Riptire ready to go.
Already ripping and rolling, but I gotta say, Hong Kong right now, they are nearing some ultimates themselves. 77% on that sound barrier, and Mu, we will get that ultimate rather quickly on those infra sites. GZQQ, if he can just farm a little bit with the laser, is going to be able to get a lot of charge for that Graviton Surge as well. Jazzy being caught out there does mean Chao is going to find himself another kill, and it does look like Hong Kong choosing to back off at this time, seems smart.
Mistakes going all the way around the back now with the Infrasite is going to try and pick off some squishy targets. You can see him up there in the top left of your screen, but Chao's doing all the work for him.
Beautiful pin from Tonic there, removing the Zaya. No shield for you, and now Shadowburn setting up on the roof. Has to be rather careful though, as Infrasites was still available, and maybe did take a shot at him, but Riptide now available for them. He's got to aim for that Reinhardt, man. As soon as you take that out, it's going to be easy game.
Jezebel was a little bit ambitious with his positioning, thought he could get a flank onto Mistakes and maybe hit him with a charge shot. But Hong Kong, Mango Jai's got the sound barrier ready to go. Macau's almost got the rally. Those are 2 very important ultimates. They're moving in through the high ground now. They're going to try and make their way through the spam, but Shadowburn is proffering. But your win's already down.
Shadowburn just playing with his food. Mango J, Jazzy is going to fall. They switch to the dive tanks also. Haven't got that shield of the Reinhardt to actually forego a lot of that damage. Only have that defense matrix and a nasty stagger now coming onto GZQQ. Extremely painful if you're the D.Va in this situation. I'm sure we've all felt it before.
Yeah, That's some pain that GCQQ has felt very much. Macau's in the back, however, with that Brigida. Still has the rally, but can't be using it because he won't be giving armor to any of his teammates. And of course, you can't heal yourself as Brigida. You've only got that repair pack. You can heal yourself using the rally, but you only proc that when hitting enemies. And of course, he'll have to go pick up health packs if he wants to be in full health right now. Hong Kong still on these dive tanks. They did swap over because they didn't really want to use that huge death ball composition against this Riptire.
Using that third-person peek there, he's going to be able to spot out a few members of Russia. Just tell his team what's
Mistakes
going down. Oh, mistakes.
Get caught.
Knew exactly where he was. It's going to punish him for it. And with that, you got to remember how far Russia are holding here. They're holding so far up onto this gate. Look how far the cart has actually traveled back.
Mui staring up into that window, worrying that Mistakes is going to appear there any moment, or Shadowburn will send a Riptire rolling on through. But Hong Kong, while they're deliberating how they want to attack this, are running out of time. They've only got 1 minute and 15 seconds remaining.
Look at the ultimates from Russia as well. Chao's almost got his 100%. The Shadow's going to hit the floor. 2 men are going to fall. However, they are going to be aggressed on, but Shadowburn's tire at the end. I take it all back. Chao's going to find the D-Mech as well. Russia doing a good job forcing Hong Kong to retreat. 1 minute now remains.
Trading 3 ultimates there for a fight. Mistakes taking out GCQQ, the mercy execution of the Diva. Hong Kong have still only got 2 ultimates in their bank. It's for Sound Barrier Jaws. It's for Transcendence. They can carry them forward, maybe potentially defend them from Chao's Graviton Surge. They're going to be dealing with so much damage. Shadowburn's going to be throwing in the concussive mines, going to be throwing in the frag grenades, and Tonic's going to be swinging away with a damage boost as well. Build himself up to another Earth Shadow in record time. Hong Kong on the long flank here, and Mistakes is still trying to suppress Mui.
Gotta have that perfect dive from GCQQ and Yiwin. There comes the Rhine. Tonic's in a bad situation, but jumps on the health pack. He actually got it as well. The beat's coming through from Hong Kong, landing on 4. Jazzy is extremely durable as well as he activates the Transcendence. Big ultimate usage here coming through from Hong Kong, and a Graviton Surge to match as well from Russia. Shadowburn chucking some mines in, and look at that shield usage from Tonic. Just the perfect amount of backup from Chao as well. Ends up falling as the shield went down. Overtime is now in session, but the problem is it's only the Tracer on point. Russia just cleaning house. Mistakes gonna find the last kill potentially. We do have Mango on the point, but he is gonna fall. Yiwin getting back, use the leap and the bubble already. A self-destruct is getting launched in, doesn't quite find anything, and Chao's there to just pick up the pieces. Overtime all said and done. Russia find themselves match point.
Will indeed, 2-0 to the Russian side. We expected big things from them coming in, Jaws. They've got a score to settle here in South Korea. They knocked them out in 2016, kept them out of the group stage in 2017. But 2018, they've got the rise on BlizzCon.
Look at that smile on Eng's face. Feels good to be a support player. And this was the support structure we were talking about. Remember, a lot of these players are from the same team back in EU Contenders. Adding these 2 OWL veteran DPS players into the roster has just been perfect for them. They already had that core backbone structure. Look how easy and free it was for the snipers to reign free.
It's like a glove, Jaws, and moving into that comm structure incredibly well. We can see just how well Shadowburn and Mistakes are collaborating with each other in the usage of those ultimates. And being able to stagger those out one after the other or combine them for greater effect is one of the main reasons why Russia's being so dominant here.
Yeah, and ultimate control also. Let's not talk about, we saw in the preceding fights, the second to last fight, we had Russia throw in 3 ults. They know they could just do that because then we have stuff to fall back on. And Chao was farming those grabs incredibly quickly. We saw both dive tanks coming through from Hong Kong just to kind of round them out. But the problem was, as soon as you use that shield, the jump and the shield from the Winston, you haven't got really anything left.
But hey, let's talk about a free agent in the mix. Tonic coming out with quite a fantastic performance there, being able to control the enemy tank line incredibly well, as well as build up those Earth Shadows and use them incredibly effectively.
Well, maybe Hong Kong were a little bit starstruck. Remember, they did say that they do look up to Shadowburn. They are a couple of his fans. But it doesn't look like we're going to jump over to Golden Boy. He's got an interview for us.
Okay, well, I'm down here with Shadowburn right now from Team Russia. Congratulations on, I would say some pretty dominant victories there. What's the preparation been like for Team Russia coming into Incheon?
안녕하세요.
That too, Pander.
So we've been practicing mostly against South Korea, and I mean, obviously it's like kind of tough for us, but we're showing up like really good practice, and obviously we're gonna keep practicing against them. I think we're doing decent, and obviously, I mean, Korea doing really well again.
Well, obviously, South Korean team's looking very, very strong. Next thing, though, how are you finding South Korea? Are you enjoying it so far? How's your time here been?
Yeah, for sure. We wanted to visit Seoul and like just hang around like for dinner, maybe with the team, and like we didn't really have like much time to go like somewhere, I don't know, but like yeah, really like the city. Like we have really nice hotel, really nice food. Yeah.
Oh, nice. And last question, real quick. How do you feel you guys are going to fare here to close out this matchup? Do you guys think you're going to be able to get that 4-0?
Yeah, we're pretty confident right now. Yeah, we like kind of surprised. Like they're playing really well, and like I think we're just gonna keep going and not lose like confidence and be focused.
Awesome. Well, Shadowburn, always a pleasure to talk to you, my man. Well, we're going to go to a quick break. When we come back, we have games 3 and 4. Don't go anywhere.